Hello everybody, this is Intrepid83 and welcome back to Let's Play Suikoden 5. Alright, before we give Lucretia our answer as to who we want to go after this episode, I want to do my usual thing with the comment box and Obro and the newspaper and all that stuff, so let's take care of that. Nine of them. We're expanding our operations from Mirun. Our big outdoor bath is ready now. It's really big and it's mixed bathing. Alright, so sounds like the bath is expanded, so we'll have to take a look at it at some point. The Maximilian Knights from George. I know a lot about those knights. Isabel and Mathias mean business, and they're up to the job. I don't think they could ever get a better endorsement than that, George. Alright, a rumor from Lorelei. There's a fake rumor going around that I've been bullying Vicky. It's totally not true. She's the one that opened that hole in the forest ruined ceiling and let me out. I just wanted to know why she keeps denying it, that's all. Fair enough. Elves from Aubin. They say the elves and dwarves are really going at each other up in the northern continent. But don't worry, we dwarves here in Falena never even think about elves. Yeah, there you go. I guess the lack of conflict is a good thing. Raging Nostrum from Zegai. Ooh, this ought to be interesting. That drug loses its power quickly, so you can't make a lot of it in advance. So the stuff they're using can't be from the old organization. They have to be making new batches. They know how to make it, so that means they'll use it again. I'd be careful if I were you. Well, definitely a warning that we will be heeding. Anyways, Dragon Cavalry from Nellis. I heard of their exploits even in the island nations, but I never knew exactly how great they were until now. No wonder Lord Godwin would resort to dirty tricks. He's that desperate to keep them away. Well, there you go. Sorry again, Prince from Phalon. Roy put his costume on again and called Maroon a whole bunch of mean names. I'll go make him apologize. Well, at least we know what happened. Playing the flute from Nick. Every time I try to practice, Euron and Axe stop me. They're so mean. Well, you go practice with Ronnie. I'm sure she'll be able to show you a thing or two. New tools from Dongo. The hammer I'm using now is getting really tough to work with. It's too bad. Well, hopefully we'll be able to do something about that, but until then, let's go, you know what, let's go pay a visit to Leon first. I mean, she's been stuck in the infirmary for how long? You know, it'd be nice to pay her a visit every now and then. See how she's doing. Well, Leon, we do miss your spirit. But the more you rest, the quicker you'll get better, so just hang in there. But anyways, alright. Cathari is a mysterious woman supposedly from the northern continent. So far, here's what we know. She's met Lucretia, and she carries a rare weapon called a gun. Sounds good, sounds good. Spend some more time with her, would you? Alright. Alright, let's take a look at the newspaper, and as I mentioned in the alternate path where we defended the castle instead, when you flee the castle you get a different issue 17. So here we go. Prince floods out foes. The prince had to flee his own castle and literally go underground, but recently was able to return safely. First he managed to secure the services of the Fatus Dragon Cavalry. Then in an ingenious plan the enemy occupation met a swift and speedy end. The prince closed the sluice gate that controls the water level of Ceres Lake. In the ensuing flood, the enemy forces that had been occupying Sol Minore Castle were forced to evacuate. With His Royal Highness recapturing his base of operations, things are looking up for the first time in a long while. Yay! Alright. This one varies very slightly, but still it's different. Godwin Dragon Cavalry blackmail plot. The Dawn Times has uncovered the truth behind the Dragon Cavalry's recent refusal to repel the army's invasion. It turns out that the Godwins took Dragon Horse foals and eggs as hostages, threatening to slaughter them if Saronek's castle did not agree to complete silence and compliance. The Dawn Times has learned that it was none other than His Royal Highness the Prince who uncovered this malevolent conspiracy. The Dragon Cavalry is said to have sworn vengeance on the Godwins for their reprehensible act. And there we And this one is the same no matter what side you took, so yeah, what decision you made. Alright, Arma's Western Marine Corps goes home. The Godwin Army and Southern Mountain Corps' defeat at the Prince's Castle has apparently convinced the Western Marine Corps, which had been occupying Esterreis, to withdraw to its native Armas without incident. Despite a long period of occupation, Esterreis appears to have suffered little damage. With its return home, the Western Marine Corps has essentially deserted the Southern Mountain Corps, who still occupy Sable. However, the Volya family, the head of the Western Marine Corps, has always been known as a moderate Arma's faction. In fact, the Dawn Times has learned that the Western Marine Corps may have not been dispatched for fighting purposes at all. Sources say they were sent only to keep the more hardline Southern Mountain Corps in check, preventing the wholesale slaughter of major Falanian cities. Very interesting, very interesting. Alright. There's one more thing, one more very important thing we need to do before we go speak to Lucretia. And that is, we will be needing a fully fitted party where we're going, so we'll have to take care of that off-screen. And I'll be back to show you what I come up with. Alright, I'm all done, and here we go. Gavaya, Rug, Lance, Vicky, Frey, and Lou, with Norma, Egbert, Marina, and Murad in the entourage. As for inventory purposes, we got the usual stuff in there. Equipment. Runes. Skills. Formation using the crane wing tactic and have it set up as you can see there. And as for weapons, I forged Lou's weapon up to level 15 to get her caught up to everybody else. So there we go. Alright, we're ready to go. Childrake Armas. Well, seeing as Armas is pretty much owning Sable right now, meaning there are virtually no Falanans in there, there are plenty of innocent Falanans we need to protect from Childrake, so let's go after him. And yes, to go after Childrake, Rug, and Lance are mandatory party members. So, alright, let's go. Alright, I'll get the war party set up, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm all done, and here we go. Frey and Miyake's Lucretia, Zarase, Urda, Cathari, Galleon, George, and Silva, Craig, Rahal, and Rug, Raja, Kisara, and Ernst, and then Wilhelm, Richard, and Murad. And one more thing I want to bring up, and I thank the viewer, where the bleep is my car, for bringing it up, because it is something that's been kind of on my mind about whether to go more in depth with it or not. And that has to do with, a while back, you might recall me mentioning something about certain Stars of Destiny being able to die in combat, in war battles like these. And I have decided to, because of him bringing it up, I decided to post a list of the Stars of Destiny that I'm aware of that that you can lose in battle in the video description, so I'll post it there. There's also another condition that can happen as well. For instance, if you lose Belcoot in battle, you will lose Marina as well. Basically, all it means is that Belcoot will die and Marina will leave. So you'll end up losing 2 stars of destiny instead of the 1. So yeah, and I believe where the bleep is my card did mention as well that that also applies to Norma and Ernst. If you lose one of them, you'll lose the other one as well. So just keep that in mind. And if there's any others that that particular condition applies to, let me know in the comments, and I'll update the video description as required. So, all right, let's get this battle underway. And the battle goal is simply just to get Frey to Durat. Obviously, if Frey's unit dies or the Dahak is destroyed, we lose. There are 3 items in this battle that I will be going after, and it belongs to the Rune Archer, Dilber, and the Rune Archer ship right there. So, alright. Let's get this thing started. Alright, let's get the galleon up here. It's close enough just to trigger both, I guess, archer units. So, and let's send them, I guess, down there. Send Wilhelm right there. Any closer, and you'll trigger the combat ship, which we do not want. Just move them up there. So yeah, basically you just want to trigger these 2 ships without triggering any of these. So, yeah. And I might as well start moving Frey up. He'll be hanging back for the most part. So. Set up somewhat. So these guys will be seen in action first. And just a heads up, any units in this battle of the enemy that have special abilities like Flowing, Rage, Barrage, chances are they will use them, so just keep that in mind. One thing you should remember about the Rage attack, remember it's based on your current HP as opposed to your maximum HP, so usually just a good idea to don't heal until one of 2 things happens. 1, they use the Rage attack on you, or 2, you just outright kill the unit, so yeah. Just to minimize any losses, that's all.
Fire! Get away!
There they go. There's the flowing. We'll just send them after there and move these guys up to trigger them. Up as well.
Go!
And there's the rage. All right. And got a rage piece. How we doing out here? We're doing alright. Good. Let's put down right there.
Don't let him get away! Don't let him get away!
Alright, got him. Get ready to use the Dawn Rune. Make sure they're arranged to get healed. And the second item is a flowing piece. Here, let's get these guys up there to heal up. Everybody's healed up. Awesome. A couple of charges and one barrage. Go.
Charge! Get them!
And the third item is a Crown of Destiny. And there's the Victory Plus. Get 35,000 potch and a Windspun Cape.